up, everyone? Today we have a hero revamp many of you have been waiting for. Featuring Hanabi, the Scarlet Flower. The new Hanabi is more mature and confident in herself, as seen in her new intro animation where she finally takes off her veil. Hero skills. Hanabi is a marksman that brings solid DPS and crowd control to a team and known for her bouncing pedal blades. Passive skill, Ninjutsu Pedal Barrage. That's right, Pedal Barrage is now Hanabi's new passive. With this adjustment, Hanabi's basic attacks and skills automatically create pedal blades on hit that bounce up to 4 times to nearby targets, while doing less damage per bounce. First skill, Ninjutsu Equinox. Hanabi's shield has been reworked into an active skill. The new Equinox shield now increases her movement and attack speed. Hanabi is still immune to control effects while the shield is active, but now dealing damage will increase the shield's health regardless of Hanabi's HP. Second skill, Ninjutsu Soul Scroll. Soul Scroll remains a skill shot that damages and slows enemies on hit, now with a new mechanic that marks enemies, causing them to take full damage from the next pedal blade bounce. Ultimate Forbidden Jutsu Higanbana. Hanabi's ultimate remains unchanged, damaging and immobilizing the first enemy hit. The revamped Hanabi retains her uniqueness without needing to stack her shield before a fight, and her pedal blades are now a more consistent source of damage. Her new shield mechanic improves her sustain mid-fight so she can stay in and on her targets. Pro tips. Use Equinox when you anticipate incoming CC and deal damage to keep it up. Don't panic if you get engaged on. Cast your shield and keep attacking. Line up enemies with Soul Scroll to cut their mobility while boosting your damage. And look to use Higanbana when the enemy is grouped up. Combo tips. When laning, use Soul Scroll to slow and mark enemies, so your next Pedal Blade bounce does full damage even if they're hiding in the back. In a 1v1, use your shield's new sustain to get the upper hand. In teamfights, land your second skill first to make the enemy easy targets for your ultimate and let your pedal blades go to town. Tactics. Since Hanabi's early game is rather weak, focus on farming. But not for the whole game, Hanabi mains. Poke the enemy in lane with basic attacks and her second skill. In the late game, use Hanabi's ultimate to engage and CC, and unleash your barrage of basic attacks and kunai to provide excellent sustained DPS for your team. We recommend this attack speed focused build to complement her reworked passive and first skill. Marksman Emblem further enhances her sustained DPS role, and Weakness Finder prevents her targets from escaping. Inspire is a natural choice to bolster both damage and survivability, thanks to her new shield. Hanabi, the Scarlet Flower, revamp coming December 20th. She'll be 30% off the first week, along with her resplendent iris skin. Give the new Hanabi a whirl and tell us what you think. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn. Hanabi, the Scarlet Flower, revamp December 20th.
You can travel the world to find yourself. But that journey must start at home.
Now we are going to have war!
Because you can't know who you are without remembering your past experiences.
Basic is returning to Asia for his redemption. The BTK trio wants to prove M3 wasn't just a fluke, and Hoon looking to win back his fans.
I got basically kicked with But they still call me traitor for, I don't know, for pursuing my dream.
I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me to pursue the win.
We're coming and we're gonna compete. We're gonna put a fight, that's for sure. I'm coming for you, Info.
This is what we have all been waiting for.
You push us, we push you back. You respect us, we respect you back. You doubt us, we will bleed to prove you wrong.
Everything on the line, right here, right now.
Definitely, they're not underestimating us as much as they did in M3. People probably see us and take us more seriously now, especially considering our accomplishment back then.
I want to be the first in the world. I want to win a world championship. And the only way to really do that is day in and day out. There's no relaxing. You have to keep going.
Here comes the Valley.
Marvel gets taken out by who? Oh my, the Andre Valley are going to M4!
I'm Hoon, I'm mid lane for the Valley, and I'm ready. The most thing I like about my team is just how much they care about this whole M4 and then the game itself. The commitment from my teammates is exceptional. I think the Valley is gonna have a hard time at first, but it's really up to how well we adapt to the Asian meta or teams that are coming to M4. The Valley definitely is more work. It's not as organized as other teams with the organizations, but I think our team bonding is way greater because we all have like one goal, which is winning. That's what keeps us together pretty much. My role in my team is I can pull the team from the negative vibes because when the arguments gets too heated, everybody has their own opinion because everybody's a good player. We don't have a coach, so I think I can stay in the middle and then see what's the best for the team, and then just games in general. I really love game. I love playing game. I skip school to play games, so I think I'm just born to do this, I guess.
Oh! What was able to pick up that Lord?
I think the best player in our team is Zane because his commitment to the game is way greater than others. And then he has many different experiences from different MOBAs, so he knows what he's doing. It doesn't really bother me that I left Gosu, and it was a really great experience. General basically made who I am right now. He really helped me a lot how to set up stream. He boosted my stream. He was basically made who I am. It's just to pursue my career, to pursue the win. I thought living that comfort zone and then try new things was a better way for me. There wasn't any drama, it's just the fans that made it to a drama, which I understand because I was in that team for 5 years almost. I created that team with him, and then we were really good friends, so they thought nothing would actually break us apart. But made the decision that fans didn't want. I think that's why it became a drama. I joined Valley because I thought we actually have a shot to go to M4 with the squad that we're trying to form. That's why I wanted to join. We're preparing M4 by first watching many games from other teams, from other regions, because I think it's the best to know the enemies first, then focusing on ourselves. Our playstyle definitely needs improvement. Our communication is a big problem to improve too. But I feel great. I think we'll be just fine in M4. Just new experience, new environment. I'm excited. I want to say to the other players, they need to be ready because They say I might not do well because I've never been there. I've never gone against the pros in Asia, but I can prove them wrong.
M-Series Flashback, series of the tournament.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
As the first M-Series for MLBB, M1 was nothing short of incredible gameplay. The 1 series was above all the games. Stretched to the maximum best of 7 series, the grand finals between RRQ Hoshi and EVOS Legends was a gem to rewatch.
EVOS Legends, become a legend!
As for M2, the grand finals between Grand Esports and the Burmese Ghouls was so epic that it broke the record with over 3 million concurrent viewers. With multiple back and forth, the 7-game series went the way of Grand Esports.
Grand Esports are your M2 champions!
Lastly, in M3, the series of the tournament was the first upper bracket game between Blacklist International and BTK, where the agents tried to target and 5-ban Mlbb, but the bloodthirsty Kings persevered and sent Blacklist International to the lower bracket. With M4, what sort of insane and epic series do you think we will get? Tell us what you think. See you in M4.
You live only once. For once, leave the comfort zone and raise yourself up. Enjoy the moment. Enhance your creativity. Raise up your life through a wonderful journey.
You're the greatest function now. You and I, we can make it
We are getting closer to the ultimate battle in Jakarta. Amazing, beautiful tournament. I can't wait to get to the game. All eyes are on one stage only. All for that ultimate prize to be M4 World Champions.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking dummy on me, but you know don't never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something has gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now, You can't ever break us down, I'll be reaching for the stars, always show me what they not, and I'll never stop, won't ever stop, yeah.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest, don't you know? You and I can make it happen. Hang tight, we're gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fighting in our hearts, we'll be strong. Even though we know our base against the wall. Yeah, you think you ain't, you know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember. So many times, I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I kept the control. So I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now, I just wanna make it down. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I'm on the road, the clock is start on my toes, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest, don't you know? You and I, we can make it happen.
teams have prepared from the start of 2022 to the start of 2023, representing their nations, representing their regions, to be the M4 World Champions. And it begins today with day number 1 of the group stages for the M4 World Championship. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Jakarta, Indonesia, on the capture desk today with me, Mirko, Lafel, and Gunny, which is going to be casting for the first time for a World Championship. How are you feeling before we start, Gunny?
Mirko, Lafel, I am enthralled to be here. I personally can't wait for the match, but let's thank our sponsors and partners first here, Lafel.
Yes, M4 is powered by Moonswan, presented by TikTok official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair, and the sports charts as our analytical partner. Gang, our official partner as well, our official merchandise partner. Watch, our media partner, and last but not least, our amazing friends from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia.
Absolutely amazing to be here in Jakarta, Indonesia. But we also have a few more words for you guys. Starting with, obviously, the TikTok Live Carnival. To cheer up M4, watch M4 matches all the way on TikTok and participate in cheering up for M4 activities by watching M4 matches. Once again, you guys can use M4 exclusive customized gifts to cheer for the teams right now. And there will also be a chance to be on TV with abundance of gifts. And we also want to give a special shout out to the chairs we're sitting on right now. And Donnie, I think you can give us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the official gaming chair partner of M4. We're talking about a built-in lumbar support system that you can adjust to your spine, incredible magnetic memory foam head pillow as well, and brand new fabrics in all sorts of colors and as well as designs. The Secret Lab Time Evo 2022 gaming chair is designed to keep everyone seated in incredible comfort for a very long time.
Never go out of style when you wear and game with Gang, a lifestyle fashion brand made for the modern gamer. And guess what, Lafel? He's a pretty modern gamer.
I'm a pretty modern gamer. I look good, and it is because of Gang, M4 World Championship official merchandise partner. Grab the M4 merchandise at www.gang.asia today. Once again, thank you to our lovely sponsors. M4 wouldn't be possible without your support. I would just be staying in Malaysia. I wouldn't be flying to Jakarta, man.
Definitely not, but now you're here. We're already here in the arena as well. But before we proceed to our first match of the day, let's take a look on how we will play out the entire tournament of Mobile Legends Bang Bang for the M4 World Championship. So let's watch this, the format.
This is your moment. Mara and I will count to 3. You lift the trophy as high as you want.
Best 16 teams in Mlbb M4 World Championship will be gathered in Jakarta, Indonesia. One dream and one goal only. To make sure all the players, teams, and fans alike are on the same page, it is time to reveal the tournament format. In M4, all the qualified teams will compete in 2 stages to achieve greatness. Group stage and the knockout stage. The teams will play a best-of-1 single round robin during the group stage. No team will be eliminated during the group stage. Now, let's take a look at the knockout stage format. It'll feature a double elimination bracket with a total of 22 series. The first 2 rounds of the lower bracket will be the best of 3. The other series will be best of 5, except for the grand finals, which will be best of 7. Now the knockout stage upper bracket will feature the top 2 teams of each group from the group stage, and the bottom 2 teams will start at the lower bracket. The losers of the first round of the lower bracket will be eliminated. The M4 knockout stage will be spread out across 9 days, where there will be a live audience for fans like you to support your teams. And that's all you need to know about M4's tournament format. Remember to tune in and see you in Jakarta. Dare to dream, dare to be great.
With that said, let's start the group stage with today's schedule, where a total of 6 matches will be played, all best of 1s, featuring 3 matches from Group A and Group B, respectively.
Kickstarting it forward would be the defending champs Blacklist International taking on the Turkish rep Incendio Supremacy. And we will end group stage day 1 with Onyx Esports taking on your team, LaFell Todak.
Well, I hope they will do well. And I love every single time we're going for a world championship, we have this group stage where, sure, no one is getting eliminated. And because of that, it actually opens up a lot of possibilities for everyone to learn what's going on with every other meta from different regions, from different teams. Even though, yes, they have scrimmed a lot, they have a rough idea of what they want to bring on stage. But now with the group stages, since no one is getting eliminated, sure, it sets you up better for a knockout stage, but it's a learning experience.
They need to pass the group stage to get to the knockout stage, and obviously you want to go through the upper brackets. You guys can join in with the M4 pass that's available right now to complete all active tasks, and you guys will be able to reach level 75 at ease and for free. Log in now. Exclusive rewards like the Beatrix Light Chaser, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliance, and the M4 Beatrix figurine are awaiting you guys. Hashtag Mlbb is bang bang, hashtag MLBB M4, and hashtag dare to be great. LaFell,
yes,
almost got M3 Roger figurine.
And now it's Beatrix, man.
We gotta get it now.
Perhaps this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. LaFell Miracle, go log in right now.
Log in.
I've set it up. If we're not gonna get it, one of the figurines that is at the production teams is gonna be gone.
We'll share it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time right now to bring up the team lineup for the first team, Blacklist International. Let's take a look at it right now, LaFell.
Yes, Blacklist International. We got Haji Edward, Oheb Wise, and Oh My Venus, the first ever defending world champions, defending their M3 title here. We gotta look whether they have prepared, whether they have adapted towards the new meta with the new patches.
Welcome to the stage, legends! Here in the making, the reigning, defending M3 world champions, Blacklist International!
My goodness, they are looking confident. Take a look at Venus here, standing rather, in the middle, looking strong, looking solid, and remember, they are using their same championship lineup. Now, LaFell, I gotta ask you, are they looking solid?
They're looking solid. They are a world-class team. Brenna, let's introduce Incendia Supremacy. We got Rosa, Alien, Sunshine, TNT, as well as Apex 47, where we have heard a lot about TNT and Rosa being true playmakers for the team.
The Turkish champions, awaiting to upset the world. Welcome them to the stage. It's Incendio Supremacy.
My, oh my, the Turkish champions, they won the Turkey Championship 2022, 42 the series, and look where they are now, M4.
They do deserve it, man, because I heard a lot from teams in scrims that they're not just like prepared to take on champions from every other region, but they are able to topple them. So in this best of one, I want to see what they got going up against Blacklist. And if they are able to drop Blacklist today, then that sets up like a huge kind of tempo for M4.
They're set to try to upset the world. And you can see here, based on the talent prediction, the world has agreed. Blacklist International definitely coming into this matchup as a heavy favorite, with all 6 talents on screen going for Blacklist International. And wow, we're seeing some mixed predictions here.
I'm going for Incendio because, again, I believe in the things that I've heard, right?
Yeah.
And based on what I heard, looks like Incendio, they're kind of liking this new meta, so it could be in their favor.
Remember, LaFell, this is a best of one series, so technically anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Blacklist International in the opening match. Oh, everything is at stake. Again, Incendio, they might go all in here. They might be able to take down Blacklist because why? Because I heard, remember, one of their member is also participated in M3.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of experience on the stage right now. Alien was in Bedell, if I'm not mistaken, as well as Paranoid, who was the jungler back then for Bedell at M3. But now, I guess it's time for everyone. This is the time we've all been waiting for to get into game number 1. We're gonna get into the drafts for game number 1 for Blacklist International versus Incendio Supremacy. But I have a solid question for you.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You predicted Incendio Supremacy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's the unpopular vote,
No,
but it's time for you to explain.
I believe in something that people don't believe in. Like, I like to go against the tide.
Underdog? The
I
underdog.
honestly don't even feel like there's so much as an underdog because I trust my friends. If my friends tell me that Incendio, they can surprise us, I believe that. Because the thing is, with patches, some teams get buffs, some teams get nerfs. Now, this is my favorite part of the game. We're going into the draft where Blacklist International, they'll be having the first pick and Incendio the second pick, and we're starting with a fanny ban.
Still with the prominent bans here from both teams, Blacklist International. Showing, yeah, we know TNZ, we know you like assassins, so let's ban out that fanny. Franco bans come through again and targeting Venus's hero. Now that is also, I guess, well, not Venus's hero, but on the other side, Incendio, rather.
Let's talk about the styles. Stylistically, for both these teams, they're the complete and polar opposites.
Yeah.
For Incendio Supremacy, there's a high prioritization on getting those pick-off heroes, those assassins, to dictate the early game by going for these objective takes and going for early skirmishes. Meanwhile, we know how Blacklist International likes to play. That Ube strat, where they wait for their power spikes, mainly OHEB, to really start snowballing in the game.
In this game, I do want to see if Incendio can play around that because they know that Blacklist, they want to group up together. So either find a way to counter when someone's grouping up or just catch, because catching heroes just like Kufra has got a huge buff where when you're in the bush, now you can't hear them engaging. So I want to see if Incendio, which area are they going? Either countering the group up kind of strategy or you just want to pick them off.
And I know for a fact that Apex likes the Kufra. He likes the initiating hero, so that hero in particular might come through in today's match, in this game. So let's see here. The last ban will be that Joy though, but what do you see here, Mirko? Last ban in the first phase. Any thoughts?
For me, it's just all respect, right? This is what we've come to expect in the bans, especially considering the team's playstyles. Blacklist International, heavy prioritization on getting these crazy skirmish / pickoff heroes out of the way. And for Incendio, it's quite similar. That Farsa that we've all come to see and love from Haji. The 1-1 that's just heavily respected right now. And the Glue. The Glue that's currently pretty broken, man.
It's very broken, but I kind of feel like this is just because they want to try to control Edward. But the thing is, Kaja is an amazing pick. So I kind of feel like Blacklist, they're setting up their own draft by choking out Incendio in what they want to let go, like what do they want to go through, because Glue is a terror in the EXP lane, and you don't want to give any advantages to Edward, but they have to let go of the Kaja. So right now, looks like Blacklist, they have two ways to play the game. If they want to group up, they can, because Kaja, the first skill, it can lower the enemy damage. But if they do want, they can pick people off. So, wow, a very early Lunox pick. What do you feel about this guy?
Lunox, a very strong mid to late game hero. So I guess Incendio, what they're trying to do is trying to find the good, solid early game to get more items for that Lunox. To add to that, they add another physical attack hero here in that Beatrix. So I like it. It's quite balanced, magical, and physical. So let's see the response from Blacklist.
In that department, I'll have to agree. But looking at it now, they picked up both of their carries, which are now very susceptible to the counters coming in for Blacklist International. They opt to go for a carry and a Valentina. Two heroes that we've seen before from Blacklist. Both flexible. And that's the thing right now. Carry. Is it going to go to the gold lane or the jungle? Valentina, mid or jungle?
Yeah, okay, very interesting. So I want to say Incendio looks like they're securing their win conditions first because they're highly prioritizing the damage dealers, right? Where usually you see the second pick being the one counting the draft, but right now Blacklist International, they're setting up a potential counter for whatever Incendio wants to put up, because Carry is amazing in his patch because of the changes of the Trojan side as well as the Golden Staff. And picking it up early, it kind of forces Incendio to not pick tanky heroes. You will not survive. You will not survive. I kind of feel like they take it away because like you said, you can't go to the jungle, you can't go to the gold lane. So being a flex pick in the first 3 picks is a very huge play for Blacklist.
Well, again, Incendio here. I feel like this Atlas pick is really bold. realizing that they have already Valentina on the opposition. So that Fatal Links will be stolen away. Let's see though. I feel like in the banning phase, Biggie Ban should come through. Yes, straight away. Now, Blacklist, what are they going to target here? Are they going to target the XP or perhaps the jungler?
Well, right now, it's exactly how LaFelt put it, right? They're already setting up their win condition, which is currently just team fight. They want to go for those team fights, and the Atlas provides a little bit more for that engage to really set up for the damage output being given out by both the Beatrix and the Lunox. Thing is, they banned out the digging, sure, but like you mentioned, that Valentina is going to cause some problems if Incendio Supremacy don't respect that. You can already see, again, the signature Estes pick being banned out by Incendio right now as, hey, they want a team fight. They don't want to meet up against a sustainable hero in the Estes. But it's time for Blacklist International to go for their final ban. Still, right now you can see they're trying to nail the jungler down for Incendio Supremacy with the Hayabusa 2. That's 3 jungle assassin bans.
I think everyone knows here that TNZ likes to play the assassins, and that is also why Blacklist International, they opt for a assassin bans twice in the second phase. Now though, Incendio taking their time in the first phase or second phase, I personally feel they should pile more towards the XP. Lapu Lapu is available, but no, they opt for that Youth Song perhaps to catch that carry, you know, more easily.
A Yuzong that is definitely a matchup that is somewhat nightmaric for Blacklist International. This was the Yuzong, well, not the exact same Yuzong, but the pick that really gave them a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, this Yu Zong pick is almost like forced because looking at the meta right now, if you just let the marksman do whatever they want, that is GG, man.
Yep.
It's a complete nightmare. So I love the Yu Zong pick because even Blacklist International, they're kind of letting Incendio know we can't handle backline divers because most probably this Kaja is going to be a rogue Kaja and you can only catch one. So if you can force out the ult very, very early, then everyone else can go in, and they're picking up the Benedetto right now for Edwin, and they're picking up the Kadita. And here's the thing, I heard that the Kadita is actually one of the top picks just because of the way that she can actually put pressure on the map, really making it so that whatever your win condition is, you want to play early, you want to play mid games, like, no. Going up against Kadita, forget about it. They're not going to be able to execute.
I mean, to add to that, right, Rafael, Mirko, take a look at the composition. Crowd control, they have the Divine Judgment, they have Kadita, massive, huge crowd control. Plus, to add to that, they have Valentina that can take the Fatal Links away. So, crowd control, looks like Blacklist, they want to team fight here, especially after level 4. All they are going to look for is team fight.
Whoa, but Incendio responds.
What?
Guinevere, that's most probably going to the jungle.
Wait.
We're swinging the stops, and yes, it is TNZ in the jungle, and Wise is bringing out that Valentina in the jungle.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, because there are changes in the items as well. Where right now basic attacks is looking very, very strong, right? So giving Guinevere that kind of buff, like it's not a direct buff. It's like I don't know what to call it, right? But you're buffing one thing and then you just subsequently buffing the other.
It's a chain.
Thing. So this is gonna be interesting. I haven't heard about this Guinevere thing.
In the jungle, right?
In
we
the jungle.
saw it. Wise was actually playing it back then in Season 10 of MPLPH.
He got inspired.
And right now, Incendio Supremacy with their dive composition up against Blacklist International's comp, which has a bit of everything. They have pick, they can team fight, they can front and back, and they can also dive. So, right now, I just want to ask you, LaFell, before we get into the Land of Dawn, who do you like better from the drafts?
In terms of the drafts, I gotta go for Blacklist because it's a very safe draft, right? Because it's easy to execute, and yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into the Land of Dawn for game number 1, the opening of the M4 World Championships with Blacklist International on the blue side and Incendio Supremacy on the red side.
I mean, in hindsight, I thought Blacklist was the only team that wants a team fight, but now, get a better closer look. Incendio, they have the Atlas, they have the Youth Song, they have the Beatrix. I mean, they are also looking for a team fight. Oh, they have information that Wise has used the Retribution. Will they take advantage of that?
right now, actually looking at the game, I want to see which one will hit their power spike first and when is that going to be. Because in terms of level 4, in terms of timing, I want to see if they do want to get the level 2 turtle. And if Incendio wants to do that, they kind of have to put Apex to the EXP lane a little bit just to absorb like at least one wave so that you can get that level 4 on the Atlas quickly.
TNT getting the knock-up already. Venus going to be taken low. Flickering out right now as Incendio had complete control of that mid lane. It is going to be Lethal Wanderer. Picked up by Wise. Picks up the Fatal Links as well. Wise looking for it. Jumps in. Wise two members. Bring it back for the combo to come in to pick up first blood around Blacklist International. Strike first.
Oh my god, Incendio, they're caught. Yeah, a good initiation from, of course, the Valentina Wise there. And yeah, they have paid the price now. TNC, taking down once. What do you think about rotations? They're going to be late.
Okay, in terms of rotations, Incendio, what they looked like they were trying to do is they were trying to control mid and trying to transition that into the jungle. The Wise was ready because at level 4, he basically has a different kind of dimension that you can't play the Valentina. And that's kind of a mistake because you already saw the Valentina first. Then you chose to pick up the Atlas. But I like that Blacklist. They were playing like reactionary. It's like, oh, you want to play in this area? Let's go, bro. I can do that too.
Remember, the carry. He wants to farm as much as possible in the early game. But take a look at this. The space that Blacklist has created. It will be a free turtle in the first 2 minutes.
They wasted no time, and that's the turtle slain by Secret Lab. You can already see it here. Blacklist International getting that early control. This is what we've been talking about. When they get to group up and when Oheb is able to clear his lane faster, they go and they group up in towards the mid lane. We're now Wise trying to take Rosa's ultimate here. Again, it's super flexible for Blacklist International, and they can control the tempo. There's no real need to look for any skirmishes, but they are going to be looking for something in the XP lane. Alien instantly with the Black Dragon form, canceling out the Divine Judgment and getting out.
Yeah, right now, looking at how Blacklist is playing, I like that you brought up the tempo because this is what they are doing because they got Incendio in their mistake of the rotation in mid. So right now, they're trying to force it out on the side lanes, trying to make it so that they're wasting their ults. And right now, looking at this kind of situation, they're just making it so that Incendio, they can't fight.
Yeah, the way I see Incendio, they need to be careful. They cannot be driven by the tempo that Blacklist has established here. They need to find their own pace. They need to find their own tempo. Because Blacklist, take a look already. They are leading in rotations and as well as space. Perhaps gang top side might occur here. Let's see.
We'll see. TMZ though jumps in. Perfect movement there from Haji to get out. And in that XP lane, like you mentioned, Alien's gonna be caught. Wise picks up a kill, and that's 2 on the board for the Filipino champions. Blacklist International now controlling that XP lane, and even the gold lane with a gank here. Sunshine gonna be picked off, and Incendio Supremacy currently are getting outclassed with Venus, getting brought back to the team. That's finally a trade back towards Incendio.
I mean, take a look at the spells here. 2 Petrifies with a lot of CC. Blacklist, they're ready to party, but take a look at TNZ.
TNZ, right now, caught in the midst of it all. Right now, Edward's able to actually dish out so much damage. Wise picks up the orange buff. Alien jumps in with the damage as well, but Wise comes out, gets out with a Black Dragon form. Edward is not really going to be at risk of dying here unless that damage comes in. Edward looks for the Petrify, will fall to the hands of Rosa, and it gives that turtle control back to Incendio.
Yeah. 2 things I do want to say because we brought it up where Blacklist, they've already won that small skirmish in mid and they transitioned to both the EXP as well as the goalie. So right now they're playing textbook, but they made a mistake where they tried to overcommit going into the jungle of Incendio, and they gotta be careful. And speaking of careful, Sunshine has sat down. Sit down, boy.
Again, the pickoff coming in. Chance's gonna be caught. Oh my goodness! It's a perfect combination of skills to punish Incendio. Tienzi's still able to back off. Alien jumps in. A very good counter engage, but it's gonna be turned back around again. Edward running for the hills. Rosa picking up the kill back again to trade it and to finally get that even trade. Wise still trying to dish out some more damage, but Apex 47 is gonna be caught, forced to flicker out, and Blacklist International still maintaining that lead in the 5th minute.
Incendio, they managed to get a slight compensation there, taking down a member in Edward, but Incendio, they cannot do much. Now, emblem-wise here, anything significant left out?
The only significant thing is that TNZ is actually focusing on the cooldown reduction for the emblem. So it looks like the main idea was actually to kind of like snowball with this Juniper pick, but because they lost that initial skirmish, it kind of puts them a little bit in the back foot. And speaking of which, right now, I do want to talk about the goalie, because with Blacklist 2.5k ahead, Oheb, he's just putting a like he's shutting this game down, because at the point Incendio, it looks like they can come back. I think this carry is just gonna pop off and it's gonna be game over.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Take a look at the items here. Talking about carry, DHS has built Corrosion Scythe is next. So expect a lot of movement speed, but take a look at the maneuvers in the mid side. A good offense, but a better defense, it seems like. Taking a look at the items as well. What do you see?
No, honestly, for me, it's very interesting that Alien, he's not really prioritizing on spell them just yet. He wants the Hunter Strike so that even if he dies, it's totally fine as long as he can get a kill. And I feel like this is a good idea. If you're behind, try to get kills, try to slow the game. That's great. And speaking of which, oh my Venus got caught.
That's the pickup that Incendio wants to look for. They're looking for the skirmishes already, and Wise is forced to back up. We can already see the positioning coming in as Incendio tries to get that mid-control. Petrify with the final blow popped in by Edward. No real follow-up. Haji's gonna jump in for Apex. Finds the Fatalings onto two members. Edward running for the hills, getting dished out by the damage coming from Alien as Sunshine gets the damage on towards Haji. Oh, head right for the hills. He's gonna fall, and it's a 3-4-0 for Incendio Supremacy. Venus jumping in, looking for the Divine Judgment, but will not be able to find it. Incendio equalize with a massive team fight going in their favor.
Amazing, amazing execution. Now, the turtle fight here, Oh My Venus still opening up the map, but it seems like the turtle will be comfortably taken by TNZ. No casualties earlier, but man, Incendio, what a response.
Wow.
Yeah, I just gotta say, right, because we see the shift in tempo. Once we see they completed one item, one of their core items, they're like, yeah, let's fight it out. And I kind of feel like this is showing the growth of Incendio. It's like, we're not gonna force fights. We're gonna fight when we have the items, and TNZ goes in.
What a read by TNZ. Just going full Chad mode there, jumping into the bush. But yeah, I like what you mentioned. They picked up the damage dealer's first pick, right? Those were the two first picks for Incendio, and they know exactly how to play this composition. Rosa, Sunshine, they were just waiting to get those item power spikes. Despite Sunshine being caught off early, you're still able to actually get those items right on time for that crazy skirmish.
Take a look at Rosa, 304 stats. So as a Lunox, that's what you want, right? So number 8. Perhaps on his way to third item. And of course, Blacklist, they felt this Oh My Venus could not face check as much as he wants now. That Lunox is going to deal a lot.
Just one point I want to bring up as well, where for Incendio, Sunshine here, every single time there's a fight, he uses the banished rage. So it looks like it's an interesting way of playing the Matrix, and it does show that they want to group up together and they want to play team fights. So they're kind of like challenging Blacklist, like, you want to Ube? Ube ahead. I'm going to drop bombs on your head.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you.
It rhymes, man. I love your rhymes.
I tried.
Rapper LaFell, but man, again, I agree with you. There's so much CC, there's so much AoE damage coming in from Incendio that it kind of forces Blacklist International to split up in these fights. And guess what? That's not what they want to do. Blacklist International, with their signature Ube, they want to stick together. That's the thing. Looking at their composition right now, it feels like it isn't a full Ube comp. It's a composition right now that's a bit more flexible. And because of that, right now they are actually losing out in the board control in the 9th minute of the game.
Take a look outside though. Alien, Black Dragon 4 popped here, 3-on-1. Not a good time there. Alien needs to go down 5v4. Perhaps now, with the space and man advantage, Blacklist might get this reload.
Yeah, Blacklist right now, they're playing their own macro play. They're splitting up the map. They're trying to move like a 2-3 or a 1-4, trying to catch someone off guard and make it so that Incendio, you have a choice. Pick your poison right now. And speaking of which, TNZ is there in the middle, but so far it looks like not a big engage from Blacklist.
You gotta understand, Blacklist International, sure, they have a man advantage, but what did they use resource-wise? They used 3 ultimates to pick off Alien, and right now, it's gonna be Blacklist International still going in for the Lord. It's taken to a quarter of its health. Apex 47 trying to open up the map, jumps into the Fatal Links, jumps on it, gets the damage done with a Violent Requiem to follow it up. Haji's gonna be taken low. Rosa jumps in. That's a double kill for Oheb, but Edward's caught in the midst. Rosa backing up. Incendio Supremacy have lost the fight. It's a 2-0, but practically a 3-0 if you count in the Lord for Blacklist.
Blacklist knowing what they are doing, what they are best here towards the late game. They won the team fight. They got the Lord as well, and Incendio is back, going back to the drawing board. Now they have to defend the Fel. What do you see?
Honestly, it was quite unfortunate because that was a very good setup by Apex 47, but it looks like Apex as well as TNC, they weren't on the same page, because if he actually knocks them up and gets that chain CC, it would have been great. Let's look at the instant replay to see a great engage by Apex, but look at where TNC lands. He did not hit the other two members, and because of that, they could not chain the CC. They couldn't actually put out the damage that they wanted to put out. So it's a small mistake, but at 11 minutes is a big mistake.
Big shout out to Oheb, man. He practically just read Apex 47 like an open book. He moved back right on time, and to add on to that, even if he got caught, still had that Purify.
Yeah, I mean, he did not use that Purify, but now with the offense here, Blacklist will take all the tier 2s, munching on the mid, and will surely take the top side as well. The question is, how many base turrets will fall here?
That's a big question right now, as we are going to see Apex 47 already opening up the map once again. Venus jumping in with a flicker, not able to find Alien. It's still Incendio, actually micromanaging the waves really, really well. No base turrets gone, to answer your question.
Yeah, right now I kind of feel like Incendio, they have no choice but to kind of be a little bit patient, because right now I kind of feel like Rosa as well as Sunshine, they have enough damage. They just need a proper setup. And in terms of proper setup, you shout out Oheb. If they can catch him, that's great. But it's easier said than done. But oh my Venus, it's all for them.
That's all the damage popped in, and the backline's completely going to be obstructed here by Blacklist International. Oheb free hitting his Alien's going to be bursted down. Oh my God! This is Genji's the only man left standing. Blacklist International, they take no prisoners. They take Incendio Supremacy out with a wipeout, 5 for 2, and they look for the base to end the opener for the M4 World Championship, topping their group for now. Blacklist International strikes first.
12 minutes is all they took to take the game. One mistake, they went all in towards Venus. That's not a good resource to put in, LaFell.
Yeah, but anyway, congratulations to our defending champions winning the very first game of M4 here in Jakarta. And it really shows, like, even though, yeah, they won, but I gotta say, man, Incendio, that was a very good showing. Very good showing. It's just like one or two mistakes. It was impressive. It's just like one or two mistakes. And that kind of shows as well, going up against world champion teams, one or two mistakes is enough for you to lose the game.
Shows how competitive the M4 World Championships is right now. As it stands, Blacklist, if you look at the game time, not too impressive. It was 12 minutes. Impressive for Blacklist, not too impressive for Incendio. But if you watch the game, those skirmishes that they were able to force on Blacklist, I agree with you, LaFell, it was very impressive. But still, Blacklist with that experience, man, they came through and they knew exactly what to do. No panic, complete calmness from them, and composure.
I mean, props still to Incendio. I feel like they put up a good fight and managed to stay proactive. They managed to look always, even though they are behind, that they managed to find somehow compensation. They want to fight back, but towards the end, it was unfortunate. They targeted to the Roma of Venus all resources.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, Blacklist will take advantage of on that. And there you go. First game, 12 minutes without the Lord, mind you.
I think, again, I can go back to my point, right? Experience was the key there. When Incendio was caught in a position where they were kind of desperate, they had to go for a team fight. And when they used those resources, they didn't want to go, they didn't want to let it go to waste. They instantly jumped onto Venus, knowing full well that it was not the right target. Venus was definitely not the right target. Using all those spells there, and even having that backline placed in the way that they did, was super susceptible towards the backline divers from Blacklist International.
Well, right now, my name is Phil. I'm the analyst. And I actually got a few points I want to talk about, because when we dissect the game, we got to look at the draft and we got to look at the gameplay, because I kind of feel like in this particular game, it is very important, because Incendio, the way that they did it in terms of the draft is it requires a lot of things to align properly for for them to really execute their strategy. Because for them to get their proper win condition, ABC needs to happen. If any of those letters did not happen, it really doesn't help their case. We're gonna look at itemization as well as the hero picks for both teams. Where Marco, you even asked me, and I said Blacklist they have a safer draft when compared to Incendio, because again, the way that they want to play, they want to win in the mid lane, transition the mid lane win going into the jungle of Blacklist International, and Blacklist stopped that, and that kind of stopped them in their tracks. Because looking at the heroes of fear for Incendio, it was very, very clear their win condition was Rosa as well as Sunshine, the main damage dealers for the team. And Blacklist International, they got a lot of options, right? Because Carita, Benedetta, as well as Carrie, and honestly, the Valentina as well, offers so much to the game, to the team, that makes it so that Incendio, if you want to go in, you have a lot of problems to really deal with it. Because Wise playing the Valentina, even if he doesn't get the Atlas ult, just the Terrify effect is enough to kind of stop any kind of engagements. And that is a very, very big thing that they have to consider whenever they want to go in. So that's in terms of the draft. Incendio, it's kind of complicated. It's good. I like it. It's kind of complicated.
I mean, you're right. Right. And remember, in the second phase, it was Incendio who banned out Diggy. But take a look at Blacklist. Okay, Incendio, you banned out Diggy. Let me pull up the heroes that can have a lot of CC and 2 Petrifies on the board as well. That just creates, and of course, asking for a team fight.
Well, you know, back again to your point, LaFell. I agree. I feel like for Incendio Supremacy, I feel like it's just one-dimensional, right? Their composition. They were looking to team fight. If they don't get that team fight, Blacklist International, with their composition, they're going to be able to actually flex much better. They are able to adapt to every single situation. If they lose on the skirmishes, they can always just go for the picks, which they did up against Alien. Yuzong, big problem for them back then, no longer a problem here.
Yeah, let's look at the stats, because in terms of damage dealt and damage taken, it's not by much in terms of the difference, but the big difference is damage to the turrets. And I feel like this is one of the bigger factors, because Incendio, the fights that they won are the fights where Blacklist International, they're mispositioning themselves, but when they're mispositioning themselves, they're nowhere near objectives. And Incendio, they could not use that advantage to secure any map pressure in terms of taking away turrets from Blacklist.
In Blacklist, they managed to secure the waves first and then rotate, and then perhaps the big offs occurred. But then again, well played Incendio, and again, congratulations towards Blacklist. But let's take a look at the MVP.
It's got to be Wise, man. Because here's the thing. If you have just one hero that completely counters whatever the opponent wants to do, you guys want to engage? I'm going to make you scared. I'm going to terrify you. My team wants to engage? Let me borrow your ult so that I can start things off for my team. Just one hero, Wise, could do it all.
Yeah, even despite all the nerfs towards this hero, the Valentina remains.
Nerfs?
Yeah, what nerf? That's basically Valentina's reaction. What nerf? I can still steal everyone's ultimate. I can still change the course of the game with just one ultimate if you have a game-changing ult. And they saw just the Lunox was... Lunox was the right answer already, right? The Lunox provided the Valentina with a solid ultimate, good damage. I mean, come on, man. Picking up the Atlas there.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned it. You set it up, Gani. The Valentina was going to have a lot to play with, especially considering the Diggy was banned.
Exactly. I mean, take a look at the KP as well. 69%. And of course,
Nice.
the item
number.
build.
Nice.
Exactly.
Like it.
Divine Glaive, Glowing Wand. Man, it's just all magic power and penetration. Let's take a look at the highlights, shall we?
Yeah, looking at the highlights, again, I'm going to bring up where Incendio, they have a clear idea of what they're supposed to do. This is where Blacklist completely understands, all right, you guys want to fight mid, you guys want to control the jungle, we're going to go in. And Blacklist, they know if they can stop Incendio from getting any sight and objectives, it's going to be great. So they want the XP, they want the gold. They're just slowly setting up a checkmate for themselves. And Incendio, the kills that they get, they can't really capitalize on it. So you said it, like experience. Which I kind of feel like Incendio, they got the mechanics. If they have a few more games under their belt here in M4, they could seriously be a huge threat for any of the other teams. Because again, they were fighting against the defending world champions. And they, like, it's not like the Stomp, you know? Like, it's an amazing game.
It was back and forth, right? The only reason it went to 12 minutes was because both teams were just going for the fight. And again, LaFell, this was the moment that basically sealed their fate.
Yeah, Edward, man, he was the MVP in this particular fight because, oh my Venus, he was like getting caught is not that big of a problem because when your team is ready, I can die. I will take one for the team. Just take their base.
Yeah. An amazing performance in general here from side of Blacklist. They are defending champions, of course. A good opening match we got, but we still got more for you guys in store. In case you missed it, Blacklist 1, 2, Incendio 1 and 0, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the thing right now, LaFell. Best of one. We mentioned that it's going to be very volatile for the draft. We're going to see a lot of cheese picks. We're going to see a lot of teams fall and a lot of upsets happen because that's the best of one. That's why it's so hyped to see. Luckily, no elimination for every single team.
Yeah.
There's no elimination, but obviously, as a team participating in the M4 World Championship, you want to secure that upper bracket slot.
For me, if all the games are played like this, I will love it. Because as an analyst for the group stage, like you said, because there is no elimination, I want the teams to play without fearing, like, oh, where we're showing off too much, we might get eliminated. Stop it, right? If you have cheese picks, just pick it up. Honestly, even if you do lose some games, information is more powerful than the result, right? So it's all about setting yourself up because we gotta remember, right? During M3 in the knockout stage, Blacklist started at the upper bracket. They lost, but after that, they don't lose again. So I really feel like for World Championships, during the group stages, even if you do lose, it's fine. As long as you get the proper setup to build your path on the way to the grand finals, that is worth it. That is completely worth it.
In the group stage, they don't lose. The only L's they take are learns. They learn.
Wow. There you go.
Wow.
Miracle, I got you. I see you. Miracle, I see you as well. But I do. Taking a risk, sure, because again, you won't get eliminated just yet. But let's see here. I feel like bold performance, also a bold decision made from side of Incendio, picking up that Winbeer jungler. Yeah, sure, it didn't pay off, but man, it was a very strong performance from the Turkish side.
Oh, definitely, right? We said it many times already. Impressive. It's definitely an understatement, right? Because Incendio Supremacy, not a lot of teams were talking about them. Not a lot of players or even just the audience in general, even us here, expected them to give such a tough challenge towards defending world champions.
I'm not starting the World Championship well with my predictions.
Oh my god. The LaFell curse is real, huh?
I'm already starting with an L.
It's a LaFell.
That's a LaFell.
That's a LaFell.
No, I'm learning. And the thing that I've learned so far is for you guys at home and for the teams, if I don't vote for you, might be a good thing. Might be a good thing. So take it positive.
So for every team that you predict, they should take it negatively.
Let's look at day one.
Okay.
Let's look at day one. If I have a 100% lose rate, then I'm asking Moonton as well as production team, please do not allow me to do predictions. Thank you very much.
So you know what? On that note, Malvinas Gaming and MDH Esports will be facing off against each other. LaFell, who did you predict?
No. We're not doing this right now, okay? We will reveal it in the game later because I want to make sure the teams are on stage with their headsets so they don't know who I picked.
All right.
Okay.
Got
Fair
it.
enough.
100%.
100% still, hopefully, up and running well. But before that, what do we have to do here, Miracle?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. But obviously, you guys can go ahead and grab some snacks, chill out a bit because we are going to be taking a short break. It's been Miracle, Donnie, and LaFell. We'll be back in a bit.
comfort zone and raise yourself up. Enjoy the moment. Enhance your creativity. Raise up your life through a wonderful journey.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking to me on me. You know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. And something that's gotta give. Cause this is just what I made it now. Made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. I'm for the stars. Always tell me what they not. And I'll never, ever stop. Won't ever stop.
Touch the sky, you're a little silver girl. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I can make it happen. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fighting our hearts to be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. Can you take your hand? You know that this is. I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my feeling and I had the control. Stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now. I'm just trying to make it down. No, no, don't let me down. Don't let it all. I've been on the road and got the strength. Don't let you down.
Touch the sky, you're a little silver girl. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it happen. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fighting our hearts to be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall.
You'll be the most shining light in the universe. The star will be born for you. My friend.
What's up, everyone? Today we have a hero revamp many of you have been waiting for. Featuring Hanabi, the Scarlet Flower. The new Hanabi is more mature and confident in herself, as seen in her new intro animation, where she finally takes off her veil. Hero skills. Hanabi is a marksman that brings solid DPS and crowd control to a team.
Gentengnya kalian kurang aneh. Aku ngomongin lagi. Bingung kan kenapa? Jadi mau baca belum kenal. Aku bisa ini belum baca. Ini rasa bisa ini. Belum kah? Keluar dewe, aku pas wajaan.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the M4 World Championship. Still in the group stage, day number 1 for the second match of the day. We got Malvinas Gaming taking on MDH Esports. Still on the caster desk, accompanying all of you wonderful people watching from home or from wherever, even here in the Bali United studio. Woo! I'm Mirko. On my right is Gani, and we got LaFell.
Selamat datang everyone. Welcome to M4. And we started today with an amazing match between Blacklist going up against Incendio. So if we keep this up, it's going to be pretty high because going up, both teams, they're very different in a way, right? Because one really likes to take it as fast as they can, and the other one, they're very patient.
As long as they can.
As long as they can. They really want to savor the game because Mobile Legends Bang Bang is an amazing game. If you can play for 1 hour, don't. Try to keep it around half an hour. That's great.
That's the sweet spot.
That's the maximum sweet spot.
That's the maximum sweet spot. Right?
Personally, Mirko, LaFell, I cannot wait to jump into
Be a
the
little
game.
bit patient then.
But before we start our second match, we would like to thank our sponsors. M4 is powered by Moonton and presented to you by TikTok, the official content partner, supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair and esports charts, our analytical partner, Gank, our official merchandise partner, MeWatch, our media partner, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia.
Once again, thank you for all of your support for Mobile Legends Bang Bang for the M4 World Championships. But let's take a quick recap, because if you guys missed Game 1, we got today's schedule right here on the screen to provide everything you missed, and even more to come later on. Let's take a look at it right now.
Yeah, and talking about today's games, right? I want to look at the drafts because, again, today, the very, very first game of the day, we already saw a Guinevere in the jungle.
Right.
I want to see a lot of returning heroes that we haven't seen in a while, right? I want to see like the Harif, the Zas. I'm not too sure about the Zas, but the Harif might come in.
The Harris?
Do you want the Harif to come in?
Of course. Of course I do, right?
Thank
I
you
want
very much.
all the heroes to come in
like
right now.
I like it when you guys agree with me because at least I don't feel alone.
Well, you know,
We'll always
sometimes
agree with you.
We'll always agree. You're never going to be alone, buddy.
But when I predict a team, you guys pick something else.
Oh, that you're alone. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, he is alone sometimes, but it's fine. Most of the times you're not, right? Like on the desk right now for the second game of the day. But, Gani, what are you expecting from this match?
In Malvinas Gaming, of course. But before that, let's talk about the group standings for Group A. Blacklist with that dub earlier, they will take the top spot. Meanwhile, Incendio Supremacy will have to be satisfied for the fourth spot for now.
Yeah, because learning how to win is important, but learning how to accept a loss is more important. That is how you grow as a person.
Right.
If you only win and you never understand how to accept defeat, you will never grow. You will just stay there. And that's not a good place to stay.
No, you can never stagnate, right? You always want to learn. The game W-L. W stands for win. L doesn't stand for lose. It stands for learn.
Learning.
All right? But you can, if you really like LaFell. LaFell, by the way, hey.
I really like you too.
Hey, he likes everyone. We like everyone. Hey, fist bump, bro.
Fist bump.
But again, MVG and MDH. Let's talk about the M4 pass though, because they're gonna have to pass each other up as well. You guys can log in, and it's already available all the way from December 20th. The exclusive rewards like the Beatrix Light Chaser skin, the Beatrix Stellar Brilliant skin, which I'm going for, and the beautiful M4 Beatrix figurine, emote, sacred statue, spot effect, recall effect, everything. Everything's here for you guys.
We keep on giving.
We keep on giving, man. We keep on giving, and all you need to do is log in to claim those rewards and play the game to get more done, right? Oh, well, pal, can you ask for more?
I always ask for more.
Okay.
Everyone at home, always ask for more. Never be satisfied.
Never.
Follow your
Always
dreams.
hungry.
Follow
Always
your
hungry.
dreams.
Always hungry.
Never
Eat
satisfied.
enough. Not too much, not too less.
I agree. That's a solid, life
I want to
advice.
Like we want to give gifts. We want to give advice. We want to give you guys great games because we love you guys. Without you guys at home supporting the M4 World Championship,
And honestly,
bad things could happen.
Okay, bad things can happen, but good things can happen even more. With the M4 support chest, you guys will also be able to actually open it to get loads of M4 Pass XP and stand a chance to receive a mysterious gift. Ooh, we're getting a little bit of mystery here. On a day of the M4 Finals, happening on the 15th of January, expect to get an avatar border for free.
Man,
free,
for free.
It's free, man.
It's a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. And in the M4 Battle Night event, you can unlock a skin chest by completing tasks, and you guys gotta pick a skin of your choice within the chest, man. Just use the hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag MLBBM4, and hashtag Dare to be great.
You can't choose?
You can choose.
I never usually get to choose. If I choose, I have to give up money. This is like this is great.
That is great.
Don't
That is-
laugh at me.
That's a great deal.
It is a
That's
great deal.
You have to
You're a
log in.
great deal.
I am. Thank you so much, LaFell. I appreciate that. Virgo, there is also another campaign here.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
Again, M4 Pass is available now. Complete all active tasks, and you will reach level 75 at ease. And again, for free. Log in now. Exclusive rewards like Beatrix, Light Chaser, Stellar Brilliance, and M4 Beatrix figurine are waiting for you. Hashtags Mobile Legends Bang Bang, MLBBM4, hashtag Gear to be great.
I love that we're just trying to trip each other like while we're doing the sponsors. Like, just insert it as like, can you take it? And you can.
And we took all the dubs, right? But ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are going to be ready to take a look at the team lineup, starting with Malvinas Gaming. LaFell, take it away.
I will take it. And we are gonna introduce Harley, Dragon, Joel Crew, Prince, Fran, and Steffi for Malvinas Gaming.
The team from Pereira, they were the runners-up. I mean, S11 Gaming took the throne, but let's see them walking to the stage.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Peruvian Warriors, Malvinas Gaming.
They can't wait to jump into that secret lab, and let's take a look at the face of the members. They're feeling confident here, LaFell.
Yeah, they're looking very confident. I kind of feel like this is one of those times where you kind of do want to show a poker face because you don't want to show too much emotions. This is game day. This is the death stares that they want to give to their opponents and be like, you scared, bro? I want you to be scared. And speaking of which, I'm not scared to introduce MDH Esports. Need my help? Yes, I do. Do you want the king? There's the king. As well as Joga and Gennard.
Gennard, he is a total veteran here. Been a long time, especially if we're talking about the Vietnam flag. Let's take a look at them walking to the stage.
Qualifying from the Mekong qualifiers, all the way from Vietnam, welcome MDH Esports.
Goodness me, if MVG was ready, it seems like MDH Esports, they are looking very, very focused.
They look coordinated because even on stage, we can see some shot calling. It's like, don't stand there, stand here.
Okay.
We need to be perfect in front of the frame. Having this kind of awareness of what's happening in front of you, this shows what's going to happen in game because MDH, they are a late game kind of team, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, they need to be able to have tolls, speed bumps, anything to slow down the enemy team, making sure that they can play while they just scale up.
Shows leadership, shows chemistry as well. And now let's talk about the teams. I feel like Malvinas here, again, they like to go on the early game. Perhaps they are looking for that snowball presence, snowball dominance. But the question is, can MDH hold that early aggression?
We mentioned the styles from both of the teams, right? Obviously, MDH, you said it, likes to prolong the game. The longer the game goes, the more it favors MDH. Meanwhile, for Malvinas, they like to actually look for that snowball. Again, the gold laner, notorious for actually roaming towards the turtle side even early on, sacrificing sometimes his own turret, but to be able to get a few more objectives on the board. I do want to talk a little bit about outside of the game, though, because for both Malvinas and MDH, there's also been a difference in the way that they've been, facing off in M4, just enjoying their time. For MDH, they've been really just heavily scrimming. I rarely see them even in the hotel.
Wow.
But for Malvinas, sure, they scrim, they practice, but they enjoy themselves and their time here together as a team.
They're trying to get the work-life balance in check because if you're to focus on one thing and sacrificing everything else, it might help you out. Yeah, the imbalance might cause you to strain within the game. So I like the approach because at MDH, I kind of feel like they didn't have a choice because after their own qualifiers, it has not looked good for them in other tournaments.
Well, we're going to take a look at the audience prediction here for both MVG and MDH, and most regions have opted to go for MVG.
except for Vietnam, of course.
Of
with
course,
8%.
of course.
Of course, but then again, a minutes to the draft here, I expect same. MDH, they like the long game. Perhaps they might pick up the Sicilian hero marksman that is also going to Bruno, maybe Leslie. We'll have to see. But on the other side, a total different approach. Malvinas, they might pick up an assassin early, perhaps a hero that is already giving damage. Brody.
Well, yeah, exactly. Speaking of that goal laner who's very active around the map, wants to rotate, wants to get stuff done, especially in the team fights, you can expect Malvinas to draft these early game-centric heroes in the gold lane. Now, we've been mentioning the Herod, the skirmishing heroes, even sometimes those fighters back in the gold lane, like the Ruby, Cho. Maybe Malvinas might be able to pull that off here.
Here's the thing, right? I feel like it's easier for you to draft against a team that wants to go to the late game against going up against a team that really wants to go to the early game. Because if you're really focusing on the early game, you could just commit like 3 heroes to really secure you that early game stage, and just have at least one hero that scales up really well. So even if you go like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it's not like you're completely out of options. In comparison to the late game from MDH, I'm really looking at their mid duo, their roamer, as well as their mid laner. What heroes can they use to slow down their rotation? Because if we're talking about early games, it's about their rotations. How fast do you get from your laning phase towards the turtle, towards getting pickoffs from the opponents?
I mean, you're right. They need to control their pacing. They need to control their tempo. The late game is somehow harder to have that composure. But let's talk about the drafts here as we are now entering match number 2 for today.
The crowd's ready. You can already hear it there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Bali United Studio. Let's give them a round of applause for the drafts right now as they get onto it. Blue side, Malvinas. MDH on the red with the Kaja and the Fanny both banned out. Again, it's pretty similar to game 1.
I kind of feel like this is just because it is a best of 1. You're not entirely sure what the opponent wants to prioritize, so just go for this very safe bans, the Fannies, the Kajas, the 1-1. And 1-1 is one of those heroes that Mirko has trained so much on.
Yes.
And you have been rewarded because this 1-1, this marksman, it looks like nerfs are there, but they're like, so what, you know?
Nerfs,
I'm 1-1. I keep on 1-1ing, like winning, but like 1-1ing, you know?
You tried. I respect the effort.
The effort is more important than the result, okay?
I agree. Sometimes, right? But
I mean,
obviously, the 1-1. She takes those nerfs, and it's a suggestion to
like
her.
a boss. Yeah.
It's a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. Oh,
a boss move, you know?
It's a boss move.
Boss
1-1
move.
has been a boss for so long, and I agree. I put the right amount of time to the right hero, but you could see 2 games, 2 1-1 bans, despite the nerf that I even thought was going to be pretty massive, pretty big, right? No more stun from that first ability when it comes back. It's only an immobilize. But here, you can already see, obviously, that early game-centric ban towards, from MDH towards Malvinas. The Hayabusa on the assassin, but the glue was left out. And okay, why is glue dangerous?
The skill number 1, I mean, no cooldown practically. You just hit it, and then you just come to the animation and no cooldown. So it's just semi-broken, but we'll see here. In match 1, remember, it was banned out in the first phase. Now, MDH, what are they going to answer with? It is going to be the hero that is the signature for the mid lane.
No, here's the thing, man. Like a straight up counter.
Yeah.
Like glue, you want to split up? Sure, man, split up. Paramis is gonna use the Ghost Buster and exercise the glue because the glue is dangerous because you keep on. It's like trying to kill someone with a spoon. It's annoying, and eventually you will die. Right? You just hit him a bit, hit him a bit, hit him a bit. And I kind of feel like a lot of people are still like underestimating the damage of the glue. Just like you said, like you just keep on coming to his first kill, which is not the best thing that you want to do, right? But because they have the Paramis in the early stage of the game, during the laning phase, it's not going to be a great time. But when it comes to the team fight, the Paramis will be smiling big.
Smiling big up until he sees the picks coming in from Malvinas, because the Lolita really does stop that momentum that the Faramis has. When you're clumped up like that, especially now with the ultimate being changed a bit, where you need to be inside of the radius of that cult altar, the Lolita is an even bigger counter towards it. Especially when you add on the Yeet with the real world inflation now, and just the utility that she has without the Ice Queen 1. That's the revamp, or that's the adjustment that they made towards Yeet. Still though, you can already see from the side of MDH, they know that they can't just go for this super crazy stick pumped up team fight. They go for a Ling just to provide a little bit more of that side lane presence, maybe a split push threat.
A solid pick as well. I mean, a good target for that Ling is that Eve, which is viable, and perhaps the marksman for that second phase. But now you can see from side of MDH, they are trying to limit the option for Joel Crew. Beatrix has been banned out. Perhaps they might commit to another marksman for their last ban.
For now, I just want to have a brief talk about the first 3 picks for both teams. For MDH, they have a lot of single target ways to pick people off because the Cho very notorious with the weight of dragon, and the Link as an assassin can solo someone out. And yes, the Ghostbusters can attack a lot of people, but using the Shadow Stampede just to pull someone out. So right now, in terms of how things are setting up, MDH, they have a clear way if they want to go for a pick-off composition. But I kind of feel like they need a way to be able to run away from a fight or get some AoE damage, because looking at Malvina's game, MVG, they already have a lot of AoE. They got the clue that the first skill can hit multiple people, but he will single someone out with a split. But more importantly, the Lolita, whenever people are clumped up, what you want to do when you have a Paramis is going to get punished. Same thing with the Eve. So right now, we're talking about clashing of styles. Single target pickoffs going up against AoE damage and control.
Very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, as predicted, MDH Esports will pick up a hero that might be an insurance for the late game, and that is going to be the Claude that will enter the gold lane. Now, question is MVG, what are they going to answer with here? A good hero, a good option here for them is looking at the marksman bans. Not a lot of options, but Fredrin will be picked up for. Oh my god, Fredrin Jungler, of course. Joker will pick up the carry.
Wow, the carry up against this composition, that's
very brave.
Yeah, it's a very brave option to go for, but now with the Lapu Lapu, you can kind of understand, right? You can look at the carry and you can actually melt down some of the frontliners here coming in from MDH.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Looking at the composition, again, I just want to say, MDH, they can single target, they can choose their targets. I think that is a big advantage for them. So it is going to be a test of skill. If they are able to find the correct targets, then they're in a good position to win themselves the fight. When we compare to the side of Malvina's Gaming, you don't have to be too harsh on who you're targeting. As long as you can clump them together, it's going to be looking good for Malvina's Gaming. But looking at the draft, I know a little bit towards MPH because I like this pick-off first style.
We gotta see though, right? Lafel America, I mean, the 10 heroes that is going to enter the Land of Dawn has been set. You like MDH better? I gotta agree, so let's just jump into the Land of Dawn.
Let's dive in to the Land of Dawn once again for game number 2. Match number 2 of the day as well. A best of 1. Volatile. Both teams will try to top their groups with this one. High stakes. As again, we get into the mid lane. And so far in this tournament, we've seen kind of a mix, right? Just based on game 1. Obviously, still very low data, but mid control doesn't always equal the win early on now.
Yeah, right now, Gunnar is establishing dominance in the jungle, forcing Fran to use the retribution early and looking more into this composition. Dragon, he's gonna be way tankier, especially with the Vengeance. So looking at this, MDH, they really have to focus on what they're gonna do in the mid stage of the game compared to Malvina's Gaming. Because I kind of feel like Malvina's Gaming, even though like they're early game centric, it's pretty good if they just want to stall it out as well.
Yeah, I mean, they have to wait level 4, right? Real world population, new Neon Blast, they need level 4 to really impact the Land of Dawn. And of course, MDH, they do need time. In a sense, I mean, Jogua on that lane should be more proactive, but take a look here already. Aggressive maneuver on towards Steve. Will this be the first blood? And need my help. Will not pop that flicker just yet. No first blood in the first minute.
Yeah, you know, both teams again just respecting each other. Not even a flicker or just a battle spell burnt out there. You can see both teams, they're just trying to play it slow. But in the XP lane, Dragon here already doing so much early on the glue. And Joga is to be forced to back off. Even though they kind of traded, right? The Lapu, the king, was able to clear it out, getting a bit more pressure to set up for the turtle. So that's the question we have to start asking now. Who's going to start it out and where is the countermeasure from the enemy team?
For me, I would kind of say MDH should really try to force this out because Gennard as the Joe doesn't really need the level 4 to have a lot of crowd control. So I kind of feel like if they can push the pressure a little bit earlier, it would be benefiting them. MVG, if they can fight it out, then that's great as well.
Yeah, good rotations already from the side of both Malvinas Gaming and MDH, but it is going to be Malvinas who starts the turtle up. The King already popping in that Bravest Spider. No ultimate for this fight as Nart tries to open up the map. Will be stunned up by Stephis. Nart looks for a play. Jumps in with the way the Dragon. Bring Harley back, and that's going to be the Numinat Blast as well. Time the blade popped into the back, but it's going to be the Numinat Blast connecting on the 3 members. It's still Joga who finds the Retribution. Goes on to Steffe. It's a 2-for-1. Joga now still in the midst of it all. Dragon dealing so much with the split. Nart knocking him up, getting out with the shampoo as the King jumps in. Prince Brand is low. Joga's low too. They're just going at it, and it is going to be MDH who wins it in the end. A slam in the end as well to smack Joga in the face to get a trade back.
A good setup from Nart initially. Targeted the Eve, gets it, and he gets taken down early, which means MDH can force a little bit more fight. But MVG managed to find some compensation, taking down a member. And let's see, it's a reset for both, but MDH is still in the lead.
Yeah, like I like that both teams are playing towards their own advantages, right? Because MDH tried to secure the mid laner first, picking it off first is very good. But we definitely see the power when it comes to MVG just by having this glue. Like,
yes.
Oh my god, like even the lane's like, please don't run away. I haven't been meta for so long. Let's fight.
Dude, you can see the glue practically just carried that team
Oh,
fight,
yeah.
right? He was 1v3 and he didn't even have the vengeance for the fight. So
Oh my
imagine with the vengeance how much of a threat the glue is. What do you do against this man?
This is not your jungle, this is my jungle.
God, this
My name is Dragon. I'm the jungle for this one.
Yeah, you can see 4 members have to come over towards the purple side as now Nart jumps in, dishing out some damage, bringing it back, but just a split, and he saves the vengeance. It's all good, man.
Wow. If 4 people were there, ready to initiate, and even he's like,
And a
I'm-
Faramis.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna split.
This glue, man, in this update is again a very prio hero. Let's see though, MVG, can they extract this hero? Is actually MDH. They have it. Their rotations are bad, right?
No.
Let's see. Second turtle, who will get it?
We'll see, right? It is towards the bottom side, and as you can see right now, both teams are still trying to play around that mid control. But we're going to take a look at Joga right now, as he's actually able to dodge away from Prince Francis' taunt. Nart making a mistake there, going to be dodged away from. Need my help. Ready with his Shadow Stampede. Both teams looking for it as Prince Fran and Joga wants to go for 50-50. Nart, an amazing actually kick
my
there.
God.
It's gonna be Joga who gets caught out. The turtle is actually taken away by Prince Fran as the King jumps in, dealing out some damage. Gonna be able to use the Blazing West clear out the mid lane. Dragon still surviving with the vengeance, still coming in with his split, and he survives the team fight. In the end, he falls to Need My Help, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Malvinas.
MVG with the equalize here. Take a look at the gold chip already in minute number 5. MVG Joel Crew almost picking up the kill earlier, but man, oh man, what a rotation. This guy rotates from top side to help the turtle. LaFell.
I gotta say, man, I kind of feel like we just gotta focus on the EXP leaders, man, because
Yeah.
the King as well as
You're right.
Dragon, they're asserting dominance, and MDH, this does show Need My Help on this Paramis is a very good counter towards the glue because he had a lot of HP, but now, is trying to run away.
Oh man, not having the sprint, jumps back to the battle mirror image just for Joel Crew to pick up that kill. And now it's really shaping up to be the game that we expected, with Malvinas controlling the early game.
Take a look at the items as well here. Eve and Chance Talamans are quite early, but another thing that pops in the screen is the items for that carry LaFell.
Yeah, honestly, I like that every single team has adjusted instead of focusing entirely on getting one core item. They're just kind of like splitting up, making sure that they get some passes from the item, like the Fury Hammer, as well as the Steel Link Place, just to have extra stats on your hero, so that you can actually do a lot in the early stages of the game and mitigate any kind of engagement that the enemy tries to fight.
Yeah, and right now, Nart again going in for that aggressive play. 2 times now he's been caught with that play. He wants to set it up. He wants to be the one to actually look for these proactive movements, but with the amount of mobility from Malvinas, and with the stun as well provided by Steffe, he's not going to be able to do that at will. And now Malvinas, knowing that there's no roamer for MDH, they're completely controlling that top side, and they're taking the turtle right now, uncontested for free.
What I love about Malvinas Gaming here is their execution is just so instinct, and they do not forget about neutral objectives like turrets and, of course, this turtle. He managed to find the third turtle. Let's see, MDH, they need some compensation here.
Yeah, Goldie's building.
No, honestly, like I'm looking at this game and I'm seeing what are they waiting for, because Malvinas Gaming, look at this, the damage is so strong, and it looks like they're gonna engage onto the jungler.
Joga's gonna be caught there, but the moon on blast, and the real world manipulation basically zones everyone away from trying to follow that play up. MDH losing Joga on a lane now that's behind of that Fredrin. The King using the Bravest Fighter just to clear out the waves. He's gonna be punished here by a dive, and it's gonna be the King who gets picked off, who jumps in, looking for some more insane. He gets out. Steffe looking for stun, jumps in, flickers as well under the turret just to smack him up. Harley surviving with one.
My goodness, MBG, they are stepping on the gas here. The King needs to fall in the bot side, but take a look at this. MBG, they are looking to grab more space here, taking the tier 1 bot side, and seems like they will not get it. Still, MDH manages to defend that turret.
Right now, MVG, they're just solidifying every single lane for themselves, because MDH, it looks like they're kind of getting picked off one by one, because Gennard tries to get information, but because the carry is there, you're going to get popped so fast. And I kind of feel like this is creating such a big problem for the side of MDH, because the glue is more tankier than the roamer. And when it comes to Joel Crew on this carry, he really doesn't care who's in front of him. So right now, MVG, they're getting their win condition. The King goes in, but he didn't catch anyone.
Nart gonna be able to find a way to drag it onto Steffe. That's just the roamer, as that's gonna be the backline, targeted by Prince Fan.
Oh, they're
now,
engaged.
real world ablation on top of the Faramis ult, as that's gonna be the blazing duet popped in as well. Harley caught low. Joel Crew still free hitting with a full HP bar. He's still actually gonna be able to push MDH back, but it's MDH who finds the pick.
Man, I can see why Carry has been such a prior today. Remember, the first game, Carry was also picked up by Black, was now another team fight is brewing up here, Mirko.
No, it's not a team fight when there's Dragon, right? It's just, hey, he walks.
He's
wherever he
harassing.
wants to
He's
go.
harassing the members of FDH. But again, the First Lord is up now. It's very, very critical situation, especially for MDH.
Nart looking for the play, gets Prince Fran right there, but there's no follow-up, as that's the real world inflation that actually locks them down. Need my help with no cult altar. Gonna be gunned down. That's the damage coming through, and is gonna fall for the second time in this game to Joel Crew, who's absolutely massive right now. MDH, how do they contest for the turtle or the Lord now?
Honestly, I kind of feel like they gotta slow things down a little bit, because they've been, okay, even in the fight where they're all clumped up together, somehow MVG forces MDH to go left and right, never together. So far, we've seen MVG controlling the movement of MDH. You guys have to split up, and when they do split up, it's usually the damage dealers all alone, making it so that they're very vulnerable to any kind of damage coming in from MVG. So right now, MVG, they're telling MVH, you go left, you go right.
Yeah.
I'm shot calling for you.
I mean, you're right, MVH, they need to pick their battles here. They do not want to get driven by the side of MVG. MVG now, with the Lord push, is now has established a 3,000 gold lead. But take a look at this, another purple in bay perhaps.
Nart again in the midst of it all, gonna be actually melted down there. That's Joel Crew dealing so much. The call altar just to save him as Joga gets out. Doesn't get the purple buff, however. It's still Prince Fran who wins out that retry battle. And it is getting from bad to worse from MDH, with Malvinas completely controlling the map and even claiming MDH's jungle.
Yeah, right now, honestly, man, I gotta say, this is just the second game of the day, but we can see the strength of Carry as well as Blue. MVG, they're sticking to their guns. They're actually trying to get one of the turrets here, but it looks like a very good defense coming in from MDH, but no, never mind. The King got caught, and the King is taking so much damage, but he still survives.
What is that damage, my guy? Oh my goodness, Joel Crew is an absolute monster on the carry right now.
You can see here MDH already executing the split push potential that they have, because Take a look at the items. Take a look at the gold here. Carry 8,000
No
gold.
golden staff yet.
No golden staff
No
yet.
golden staff
Exactly.
yet. So this is crazy.
Explain.
Okay, here's the thing, right? It looks like in terms of the players, there's two ways that you want to go with your build. Number one, quickly get your Trojan Scythe, your Demon Hunter Sword, as well as your Golden Staff. But if you want to play a little bit more disciplined, you delay the Golden Staff just a little bit so that you get your Wind of Nature first, making it so that even if you do get engaged on, you can survive if your tank or your roamer is not there to protect you. So it looks like in this game, Malvinas Gaming, they just do not want to lose their advantage that they've already piled up against MDH. So going for the safe pick, that's good.
That's so unfortunate for Nart, man. He goes on to Harlot, but the kick did not go through all the way. Hehe still on the back line with Blazing Duet, dealing a whole lot of damage, but Joel Crew does more. Dragon now on to Hehe, who has the sprint. Hehe's running for the hills, gets out with a battle mirror image, and it's a 1-for-1. Nart for Harlot, which is technically worth it, but
We're good. Don't snitch. Don't snitch. But there you go. He made it. But yeah, back to your point here, LaFell. A very intelligent item from the side of Joel Crew. He doesn't want to. He knows he's dominating. He has enough damage. He has enough damage, so let's be more respectful. But now the Lord is up. This is enhanced Lord, so MDH, they need to figure something out.
I kind of feel like if Joga can get a way to get onto Joel Crew, that's great. But we can see that Gunnar has been trying, and every single time he tries, he dies. It's not a good situation to be in. And hey, just got down by Dragon. Oh, what did you do, Dragon?
Dragon, look at him. He just walks up menacingly and 4 people have to back off.
Dragon is just dragging everyone all around.
Oh my, look at him. He's just walking with swag, man.
He looks like he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He dragged him from the mid lane all the way back to the base.
He doesn't care, man.
He doesn't care. It's a good mindset to be in when you don't have to care.
This is why you ban glue. I feel like in this match and this current tournament, if you're the first pick, you shoot fire glue, and if you're the second pick, you just ban that glue out. Let's see here, the offense and defense for both teams seems like MDG. With this goal established already, they might take 2 basers if they're lucky. If MDH screws up, let's see.
The King now jumping with Brave Spider.
What?
Oh my goodness, the Gold Altar isn't enough. He flickers out just to die toward Joel Crew. Oh my god, does he have Golden Staff? Please tell me he has Golden Staff now, right?
Yeah.
Mirko, Gani, answer this riddle.
LaFell.
What are you going to do against someone that doesn't die and someone that does too much damage?
You run.
You run. Thank you very much. I do agree. You run.
That's okay. It's good riddle.
It's a logical answer.
That's a logical answer.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let's
It's not
see.
the answer I'm looking for, but it's logical.
Okay. What's the answer you're looking for?
I'm looking for an engage by MVG.
And they are doing it right now. Need my help. Gonna be taken down. Nart now still trying to zone the other members away. Jumps in with the G Kundo, but is not gonna be able to find the way to Dragon as the King jumps in with the Bravest Spider. But again, it's just a Cult Altar defensively. There's no counterplay right now towards what Malvinas are doing. They're even just walking into turret range of the base turret, dishing out some damage, sieging it down with no minion waves. They are absolutely controlling this game.
Looking bleak for MDH. They are now behind 6,000 gold. Oh my god, another engage.
Again, Dragon here, he just jumps in and he is going to be able to zone Hehe away with Nature Pop, but that's the magic damage coming through. Joel Crew, free hitting on the back, getting the double. The King, who has the damage reduction, will not be able to survive this. That's the mid-base turret taken out without a minion. A single minion wasn't necessary for Malvinas. It's a triple kill over to Joel Crew. Doga, I need my help now, trying desperately to save the game. Dragon still able to jump in with a slam. Joel Crew targeting the base, and it's gonna be Malvinas Gaming who tops their group for now. 1-0 up against MDH.
The runner-ups from Latin America managed to squeak the win here in our second match of the opening day. Congratulations, but my god, what an execution by Dragon.
They just force themselves towards victory. They just walk up and be like, if you guys want to fight, we will accept the fight, but you have to accept that you will lose. And that's the problem. It's like, glue never dies, and Terry believes that there's nothing that you can do to save yourself. Cult Altar, doesn't exist. You got a flicker, barely matters. Barely matters.
You know, I want to believe that the carry had full items the entire game because that's what it looked like for the most part.
Yeah.
The amount of damage that Jolku was able to dish out was absolutely insane, even towards the Lapu, right? Damage reduction.
I mean, again, we saw carry in the first match, but I did not expect the carry to be this deadly. Jolku, what the heck, man? But again, props to MDH. I mean, you try your best, but man, that carry is.
I just feel like this is a draft dip, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, all you guys at home, if you solo ranked a lot, pick this 1v9 hero, glue and carry. Pick someone that doesn't die, or pick someone that always forces death onto your opponents. Both are very good options. If you secure both, GG's, because at that game, Paramus is used to counter the glue. He died like what, once?
He takes the counter and he just takes it as a suggestion, right? Vengeance, it's optional. Fairness, counter, it's a suggestion, right? I shouldn't pick blue up against Fairness, nope.
At points, I kind of feel like, I have a battle spell. I forgot it's there. I mean, like, it's nice to have.
It's nice to have, I guess.
Later, perhaps.
Maybe in a later stage.
Next game.
Tomorrow.
Maybe.
Tomorrow.
Let's see.
Either way, we are gonna analyze this game a little bit more, but I kind of feel like in terms of what we're gonna talk about, it's pretty obvious, right? Because this is a draft dip, and it's very interesting to see, because even if you do have the counter for the specific hero, it looks like it has been adjusted to the point where the difference in terms of what you have to answer this problem is not enough. So bring this problem to the table, forcing your opponents to find solutions for this problem. And looking at the situation, I kind of feel like one solution might not be enough. You might have to actually invest in 2 or 3. 7 would be interesting, right? But I kind of feel like 2 or 3 answers to the question, and I kind of feel like that kind of puts you at a disadvantage.
Well, at least now we have some like we can explain.
Rough
right?
idea
We can
about-
explain about Joel Cruz's damage because he actually did go full items. Oh, thank God! Because if he didn't, I don't know what to say. Right? That damage output, even without the golden staff, was super impressive. But let's talk a bit about Dragon. It's nothing nothing really stands out from his item build. It's just a standard item build.
No, he just keeps dragging everyone around because once you get the split, you can't go back to your team. But I kind of want to introduce you to my own team. I want to introduce you to my carry. And if you can 1v4, 1v5, it's kind of like crazy because Blue, in terms of how he want to itemize, is just countering what the enemy has, and then that's it. It's nothing too crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, execution, great execution. Take a look at the stats here. What do you see, LaFell, regarding the numbers?
I'm actually quite surprised. I kind of thought that the damage dealt would be like way different,
landslide.
right? Yeah, but it looks like it's just like what, around 20,000 difference. It's really not that big, and damage taken as well. I kind of thought it would favor MVG because Dragon just keeps tanking it all.
You know why?
Why?
Yeah, Prince Fran and Dragon, they tank everything. So sure, MDH, they're very close in damage dealt, but the damage, where is it going? To the frontliners completely, because Dragon and Prince Fran just did such a good job in zoning the backline away. Even when Hehe has that battle mirror image, wants to dive to the back lines, it never happens. Why? Because he's always chunked so low by the poke coming in from Harley, by Dragon and Prince Fran taunting him up, and obviously, you also have Steph who can just take everything.
Honestly, like, need my help did a lot in the game, but it's sad it's not enough. And right now we're gonna look at the MVP for this game is going over to Joel Crew with 733 gold per minute, 62% kill participation. He did not die this game, but he got a lot of deaths for the opponent team.
I gotta say, Carry is usually mid towards late game hero, but in the hands of Joel Crew, even in the early game, he was just popping off. Of course, assisted by the other members, but man, this guy's positioning, he is untouchable. A very, very strong showing here from the Peruvians, and man, I can't wait to see them back.
Gani is so impatient, man. Every single thing, like, I can't wait, I can't
He just
wait.
can't wait. He doesn't want to wait.
That's my middle name.
That's his middle name.
Gani
Gani can't wait.
Dot.
Mobile Legends.
Mobile Legends.
That's her last name
That's
now.
okay.
Gani Mobile
I'll take
Legends.
it. I'll take it.
GML.
GML. But let's take a look at the highlights here for the second match. Let's.
Can you wait for this one?
I can wait,
right.
but now I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to wait as well, guys. This is the total IQ of 6 on the table. Looking at this kind of game, I kind of feel like this is the kind of draft that we would want to bring, right? Because it's one of those things that you just do what you want to do with the glue and then try to finish it off with the carry. Right? Just do whatever you can. And MDH, I kind of feel like they have a shot.
Yeah.
If Gennard waits for Need My Help and Joga and then initiate together, it could have worked out fine, but they keep on splitting. I feel like that's the problem. They tried to be glue. They tried to split.
You can see the miscommunication a lot in these team fights, right? Where some people are going in, but others are also backing off. It's never a single unit. It feels like it's just individuals playing without a shot caller, right?
Yeah.
It does seem that way. And you can see for Malvinas, it's the complete opposite. When they go in, there is not a single member who falls back. They all commit.
I mean, on a more serious note, it is hard for the show, for you know, to stay relevant in the game because it practically has no target. I mean, Blue, Brethren, Give, when real room population pops, it's immune. So again, it's so hard for Gnart on this show to stay relevant. Meanwhile, see, everything that is going on in Malvina's side is just happening.
It's kind of unfortunate because they invested in the chill very, very early on. It was the first pick, right? It was the first pick. So usually your first pick is your primary way to play the game. Either like in terms of damage or in terms of initiation. In this kind of situation, it's control and initiation. However, it does look like it's very telegraphed.
Yeah.
Knowing when the chill comes in is like, if you want to come, I'm gonna run away.
And it's so hard because, again, the Cho, who do you have to target? You go for the carry, you go for Prince Fran during Turtles, and you also have to take care of Parlay, right? Who's on that real world inflation, who has his hands on the Eve, which right now doesn't even need the ult technically to be useful in the team fights. The utility and the poke, just the damage output you have on the Eve is quite disgusting currently. But hey, we got our next match ready too. Incendio Supremacy with a very impressive start to the day, up against Blacklist International, falling short in the later stages, and a face off against Falcon Esports, another favorite in Group A.
Well, I can't wait.
Oh my God.
Okay, this one, I will agree with you. I cannot wait as well.
Okay.
Let's not go to break.
Let's not, okay.
Oh, wait, no.
We have to though.
Oh, we have to go to a break?
Yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately,
sure.
LaFell, no, we have to wait, and you guys too. But don't worry, this gives you guys time to grab some snacks, chill out a bit, and get hyped for match number 3. It's Mirko, Gani, and LaFell, who's absolutely swaggering here on the desk. I made that word up, but we'll be right back after the break for Falcon versus Incendio.
As a local craft, there's no shortcut to being authentic. This one can only be achieved by patience and respect for nature, while the other one breathed new life to a tradition. And this one has to blend flawlessly. For every question we asked, what good it might bring, at the same time, they worked tirelessly, reaching for perfection, patiently.
Dulu ko hingalong yang tas di Padang dia punya dulu deh.
ultimate pride to be M4 World Champions.
It's my time, I'm a baller. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking dummy on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories. It's something that's gotta give. Cause work the streets is what I made it now. I made it now. You can't ever break us down. Break us down. I'll be reaching for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not. And I'll never, ever stop. I'll never stop. Yeah.
Touch the sky, you're made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the sky. Hang tight, we're gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fight it out, always be strong. Even though we know it makes us face the wall. Can you take your aim? You know that this is.
I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show.
Someday, you'll be the most shining light in the universe. The star will be burned for you, my flare.
It's my time, I'm a ball. I'ma get this money right. I'm gonna live my best life. They been talking, tell me on me, but you know they'll never win. I'm controlling all my victories, and something that's gotta give. Cause this shit is what I made it now. I made it now. You can't ever break us down, break us down. I'll be reaching for the stars. Promise I'll be what they not, and I'll never ever stop.
Touch the sky, you are made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I can make it out of the ground. Hang tight, we gonna reach for the greatness. We will always rise, we will never fall. Fighting our way to be strong. Even though we know our backs against the wall. Can you take your hand? You know that this is. I've been down, been waiting so long. I'm here for the crown, I'm here to show off. Greatness time, just waiting to show y'all. This is your time to remember.
So many times I lie in the basement waiting for greatness. No, I won't listen to anyone hating on me and telling me I wouldn't make it. Cause I did everything that they said I couldn't. Caught my footing and I kept the control. I stand for something, I ain't running now. I'm the greatest now, I just wanna make it proud. Don't let me down, don't let it all fall. I'm on the road, accomplished all of my goals, and I ain't gonna let you down.
Touch the sky, you are made of silver and gold. Touch the sky, you're the greatest option now. You and I, we can make it out of the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still live on Bali United Studio in Jakarta, Indonesia. Woo! We're back for the third match of the day. Going back to Group A. Falcon Esports versus Incendio Supremacy. As you can see, it's a full packed house. We got a lot of people waiting for this match. We're still on the desk here, accompanying all you guys. Final match. This for us. Final match for us. Still me, Miracle. We got
LaFell,
and we got
Donnie.
Actually, you gotta introduce yourself as the full name.
Full name.
Gani can't wait. Bang bang.
That's my new nickname.
Skip the Mobile Legends, but hey,
yeah,
it's completely fine, right?
Welcome to the 6 IQ desk, where let me just tell you, the 6 IQ is not spread out evenly.
You're right. You're right. I'm the one.
I'm the one.
I'm the 3. He's the 2.
All right. Well, nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, though, before we get started, we want to thank all of our sponsors, obviously. M4 is powered by Moontom, presented by TikTok, the official content partner. We are supported by Secret Lab, the official gaming chair, and Esport Charts, our analytical partner. Gank, our official merchandise partner. MeWatch, our media partner, and last but not least, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia.
Hey, good job, Marco.
Man.
Right, like you.
I said good job.
You memorized that all.
Yeah, I love how you're very thankful. I like for everyone, wake up, feel thankful for being alive, and now I want to be thankful because we're gonna remind ourselves what happened throughout the day. Because in total, we got 6 matches. We've already seen 2 of those matches, and we're going up for the next match between Incendio going up against Falcon. Which again, Falcon, I gotta say, man, your debut, a lot of people were like, they can't be that strong, right? But now Falcon is popping in and like, yo, we are the favorites, man.
They are the known dark horse here. But in case you missed it, Blacklist won against Incendio earlier. So with that loss, what will they change here? Up against Falcon, can they bounce back? Or will that momentum won't change?
You know, let's actually talk about this because we mentioned in match number 1 that LaFell's prediction is a curse, but hey, it's 50-50 now.
You know what? I'll take the 50-50. And yeah, let's talk about it, right? Where Malvin's Gaming right now, they are on top in Group B. Soda Onyx hasn't played yet. MDH, rocky start, but again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
Why did you have to finish my sentence, man?
Because he wants to finish well.
You really can't wait, can you?
Sorry, guys.
You know what's coming up, and you still want to take it.
Sorry.
That's the Gani way, bro.
That's the Gani way. I respect.
Did you forget his name?
Bang bang.
Gani can't wait. Bang bang.
There you go. Right.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go back to Group A. Right. Blacklist International sitting pretty comfortably up top. So Falcon Esports will look to try to equalize that by getting a dub against Incendio Supremacy, who, again, in game 1, surprised all of us with their heavy skirmish style and their team fighting presence, which was absolutely phenomenal.
If you really ask me, I feel like, does it really surprise you? I mean, Blacklist, they are the defending champions, and again, a solid opening match. But now, let's shift our focus to Incendio Supremacy, because I feel like that first game, it was solid, it was bold as well regarding the draft picks, but now, what are they going to bring to the table? Safe picks against Falcon, realizing they lost the first game. What do you think, LaFell?
Actually, I want to shift the conversation for our viewers because the M4 Pass is available now. Complete all active tasks and get your level up to 75. Complete your responsibility because we as humans, we have our task. We have what we can do day by day to inch ourselves to victory, and the way that you guys can do it is participate, and you guys will get a lot of prizes. Beatrix, Light Chaser, Beatrix, Stellar Brilliance, and M4 Beatrix figurine are awaiting you. Hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang, hashtag Mlbb N4, hashtag Dare to be Great, hashtag 6 IQ Squad up in the desk.
I agree, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's not part of the script, but you know, it's whatever, man.
That's the 6 IQ, and just, you know, we're showing it right now. And right, okay, actually, you know, LaFell?
Yes.
Have you been playing ML?
You have?
Now, have you been playing?
Oh, yes. No, I thought you said.
Why the surprise, though?
I played that mother side. Okay.
Yeah, well, if you have, you probably should. Well, you probably have guessed a few of the matches even in the game. And for Guess is now live, and you guys can join the Guess from December 26th to January 15th to get up to 10,000 pass XP,
Wow.
which would be enough to upgrade the pass by 10 levels. Don't miss out, and again, get yourself the chance to get to level 75. What level
Did
are
you really say 10 levels?
10 levels.
10?
Wow.
10,000?
10,000
10,000
XP.
levels.
That's
Wow.
equivalent to 10 levels. Yeah.
That is something.
That is something, man. What level are you right now?
I think around 50-ish, if you believe it or not.
You're close. So yeah, it
Yeah, I
was
want that
with ease.
Dietrich speedrun. I didn't get that Roger speedrun last year, but let's take a look at the team lineup for the next match.
Let's take a look at Incendio Supremacy first right now. We saw the lineup earlier, but LaFell, has anything changed here?
All right, well, we will see. And Incendio Supremacy, so far, I don't see any changes. Still rocking the mid lane, Rosa, Alien Sunshine, TNZ, and Apex 47. Though I gotta say, I don't really think that they should have shifted their lineup, because they look pretty solid just now, going up against the world defending champions. Wax.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome them once more today onto the stage. Incendio Supremacy!
Looking sharp, looking focused as well. They are ready to take the dub in the second match. But can they do it is the question. I mean, they look focused.
I feel like they can, man, because again, it's not losses, it's learning.
Oh yeah, you're
they
right.
Learn,
I'm sorry.
right? No, but the thing is, you can learn, but how do you apply? Like for exams, if you learn for 3 weeks straight, but when you see the paper, everything goes blank. It doesn't matter. But what matters is the lineup of Falcon. Let's introduce. I love this man. He looks like a Japanese villain. Justin, all with Yell Flash, Zaybags, Ken, and Naomi. Justin's a good-looking guy. No, like imagine like a Japanese show where they're like trying to outsmart each other. Justin looks like the villain.
You're right.
They're entering their villain arc as they walk up on stage. Welcome from Myanmar, Falcon Esports.
The dark horse of M4, Falcon, has entered the M4 stage today. Can they take the win, or will Incendio?
Yes, their jungler can.
Their jungler
oh my God.
is Ken. So
Right.
Ken, yes.
I get it.
This roster, man. We've seen this
Big
roster
IQ.
before, but there's a difference.
What's
it's
the
not
difference?
silent. It's Zipix who's going to be on stage now playing for Falcon Esports. You can already see as well, it's not just Coach Saya, it's Coach Dale up there with him too.
Hey, no MPL, no problem, man. Again, we gotta look at a talent prediction. Let's focus on.
Wow.
Mars is trusting Incendio. Interesting.
It's your friend, right?
He's debatable.
Debatable. all right.
I mean, we're Malaysian homies.
You're
Malaysian homies.
Okay. 5 Falcons. One Incendio. Meanwhile, on the other page, it is going to be 4 Falcons here. 4 talent predictions. Meanwhile, Incendio will have 2 votes from Suzu and Arho. Again, it's going to be very interesting here.
Did you see his face trying to count at 1, 2, 3, 4?
I saw that.
I was making sure.
That's
All
why
right?
you're the one I choose.
I don't want to make a mistake by miscounting, so I counted in my head.
I respect that.
There you go, right?
Yeah.
You gotta use
Bring
your
a
head.
calculator.
And
I
especially
need
for
to
these players.
use my brain here.
You do. Every single
Sometimes.
player, every single coach needs to use their brain as well coming into this matchup, because we saw that Incendio Supremacy was able to actually draft really well.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we had a talk backstage as well that we all came to an agreement that it was not the draft that was a mistake. It was not a problem. It was mainly the execution. Being that they were too one-dimensional. When they saw a target, they instantly went for it. And in the end, I believe it was Venus who was engaged on, and they used all their resources to just take down that roamer.
It's not a fun thing to bring up, but being nervous on stage is definitely a thing, right? Even as casters, the first few
Right.
minutes, like it's very nerve-wracking, right? And then once you get used to it, then you start playing the way that you want to play.
Last night I was so nervous to cast for day 1, but now I'm feeling okay. So there you go. Let's see.
Did you sleep? Did you sleep?
Debatable. Good question. Good question. 1.5 minutes to the first drafts. to the drafts here for Incendio Supremacy and as well as Falcon. Now let's talk about Falcon here. I gotta ask you, Miracle. I know you know a lot of Falcon, so why Zipix over Ken? Why?
I know a lot of Falcons. I agree, right? I know every single Falcon on stage right now. This guy is Yellow Flash.
Okay.
He's a solid XP laner. Honestly, this team, you guys still call him the Dark Horse. You still call this team the Dark Horse. We don't call it the Dark Horse, but a lot of people still do.
We call them Falcon.
I call them Falcon, but I also call them one of the favorites in this tournament because of the way they play the game. In MSC, we saw how volatile they were, how they like to take these skirmishes early on. But firstly, Samurai Incendio Supremacy's keys to victory were Falcon.
Yes, once it pops up here, Alien must dominate and abduct the XP lane.
Abduct. I like that.
Abduct, right?
Okay,
It's
I like it.
Yellow Flash, you gotta be careful, man.
It's not enough to win. You gotta
really abduct the player.
Just go over to the other side of the stage and abduct Yellow Flash.
Yes. Not saying that we are encouraging such actions on stage, but you guys get the message, right? It's not enough to be like skirmishing a little bit, but you gotta make sure that you, Yellow Flash, do not do anything this game. But if any of the EXP leaders get glue, then I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to abduct the glue.
It's very, very difficult,
It's
right?
very
But
hard.
Back to the point, Falcon, right? Just take a look at the keys to victory here. Justin's deadly rotations always secures kills. Zipping to zip past through laning phase. I love that. Dictate each team fight's locations and timings, and Naomi will dominate with his map control. So let's talk about Naomi a bit more here. He's a very flashy roamer. He likes to play these engage heavy, the initiation heavy heroes. And right now, we know the changes that they have made. Moonton made to the game in the last patch. Can no longer get those sound cues when you don't have vision. And Naomi excels so much at flanking and finding the right angle to actually just catch the back line.
I gotta say, this patch really favors Falcon because they can play into it and they can counter as well. Because you're talking about Naomi. One of the picks that he actually still flexes is his Natalia pick. And it's really good to go up against heroes like Terry, which is like unstoppable. But Naomi is one of those players, you can nerf the Natalia however you want, but I kind of don't care. So I will still bring it.
Yeah, so let's see here. The draft's here for our match number 3, for our third match for group stage day 1. Sent it to you by TikTok. You can see here as Falcon will take the red side. Meanwhile, Incendio Supremacy will take the blue side. Still, Prio Band same. Fanny, Franco, same as they did against Blacklist, I believe. And meanwhile, Falcon realizing glue. We talked about glue as well. They listened to us. They banned this purple hero.
Glue was such a problem, man. I can't. Just remembering it from last game, right? Vengeance was just optional, so you
PTSD,
have
man.
PTSD. I agree. You have to ban it out. The Kaja as well coming out, but still, this has been the same ban for the blue side. It's always been first man Fanny all 3 games.
Blue is the first pick, right? I'm colorblind, so I need to double confirm. So this, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of feel like this is the way that they flex. Falcon, I would say we haven't seen the full draft, but they are in such a good position because Falcon on the second pick, red side is very dangerous because they can pick the Natalia last. If they want, they can go up for the Johnson Kadita, which they kind of like popularized again. And when they bring that up, it's kind of interesting where they swap the roles, where Naomi's going to be the one using the Kadita and Justin's going to be the one driving Johnson.
And again, the man you see on screen is
the villain.
The villain. The Japanese villain, thinking, masterminding behind it all. And let's see. Rock fan comes through. Let's see here the response from the side of Incendio. They have the first pick. Oh, it's a quick pick here, and it's going to be 1-1.
The 1-1 that was banned out 2 times in the last 2 matches finally opened and picked up, but it does leave the Joy open.
We forgot about
for
Joy.
Falcon Esports, and the Joy is so good. Why? Because, okay, obviously, he's super strong. Secondly, hey, flexible. You don't know where this Joy's gonna go. You all right? Technically,
She's a ballerina.
She is a ballerina.
She's strong, she's flexible,
She is?
and she can dance.
You're right.
She has a beat to it, too.
Moonton, make sure you give her a ballerina skin.
Okay.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen. And
Taken.
Free idea from LaFell.
I mean, it doesn't have to be free. Just saying. Okay, so looking at the draft right now, it's very quick picks, but now it's slowing down a little bit because Nintendo is like, okay, we got a 1-1, we got a very good lane base up in the gold lane, and the Estes has been picked up as well as the Fredrin. The Fredrin is okay, it's cool, but the Estes pick has been shadow buffed as well with the changes of how vision works. Is it enough though?
I think it might here, Americo. Looking at the three compositions that Incendio picked up, we have an idea they want to clump up, but take a look at the response. Lolita, again, a very good counter for that Estes.
Not just for the Estes, but also the Wanwan, right? With the shield that she has, that crossbow attack, even the first ability is going to have, for sure. Looking at it, Incendio's gonna have a hard time popping the crossbow attack and even getting some damage, even if he gets the weakness points. So now, we can already see respect band towards Incendio. Falcon Esports know that Rosa loves picking the Lunox and also the Faramis. So now, with the Faramis picked up, the Lunox ban, they might actually be forcing Incendio to pick up an uncomfortable hero for Rosa.
We got to talk about the first three picks for both teams. For Sada Falcon, it looks like if they want to go aggressive, they can, because they have a lot of ways to engage fight with the Faramis as well as the Lolita. And not because we see the Lolita, we see the Faramis, we got to assume that Joy is going to be a jungler here. So once she has both buffs, maybe she just can initiate.
Dance around.
Yeah, dance around, like trying to make sure that Incendio can't really move forward, because in terms of how Incendio wants to play, they got good sustainability with both the Fredrin as well as the Estes, but we talked about it. If you guys want to clump up, it's kind of advantageous for Falcon.
I think it might actually go to the XP lane instead of the jungle, right? We know that right now, the Vengeance is so good on Joy, and it's either going to be the mid or the XP. Leaning more towards XP because Justin's signature is that Faramis. We've seen him make those crazy plays by initiating team fights on that Faramis, so we'll see. Now, again, as the Eve ban, they're really starting to nail down on Rosa's hero pool as Incendio look for their final ban. Looking at Falcon, the jungle still open with the gold lane too. Does Incendio want to target that gold lane even more, or target the jungle?
Again, perhaps maybe banning an assassin might fall through here. Again, realizing that they have a 1-1, so a Ling ban just makes sense. True. But no, it's going to be another. They committed to a gold lane ban here in that Leslie. So opening up an assassin to be picked up from side of Falcon. Now, Falcon will not pick up an assassin immediately. They will secure that Erythel. So I guess they are going front to back.
Instantly, think about 1-1, right? Even before the nerfs, she was heavily countered by the Erythel. The movement that Erythel has while she's able to basic attack, it is a nightmare for 1-1 to deal with. It's almost impossible to win, right? You really need help early on. They do have that Estes, but still, Erythel now, especially considering that the 1-1 has been nerfed, where her first ability can no longer stun, but it's just an immobility, Erythel can punish her even more. So we'll see how this lane plays out. Obviously, got to count the fact that they have the roamers. They're constantly going to be roaming, rotating across towards the gold lane too. But whoa! Senya Supremacy, the pick of the Farsa, and a Khalid.
Okay, a very strong lane here within that Khalid. I guess it's a signature. It's a comfortable hero for the XP for Alien. But I love that Farsa pick. Why? They need magical burst, and that Farsa pick just adds more dimensions to it. Yeah, we mentioned about that lane earlier, and there you go. Lane comes in to the side of Falcon. Now, looking at the 10 heroes, I gotta say, it's quite even. Hero power rise.
Yeah, it looks like Mercury, you got it right. Yellow Flash will be using the Joy. How appropriate, Yellow Flash, Joy. So do you feel good about yourself?
I do, man. Right? Called it. It's Yellow Hero. He's Yellow Flash. He got it from Naruto.
Yeah, I like Minato as well.
What about you,
The Flying Raijin.
I like Naruto.
Joy's a fast character.
It's very fast. I'm like, whenever she moves, I'm like, whoa, that's fast.
That is fast.
That is fast.
You know what? Give me a flash prediction while you're at it for the match. Okay, Falcon, that was really fast. Gani, I can't wait for you. Oh, Falcon. Okay, well, I'll give mine, right? I do think Falcon too. Looking at the drafts, they have a solid composition that's really flexible. And tat-a-tat. Yeah, they have Joy too. Incendio Supremacy, however, also have a pretty solid composition, so we'll just have to see the execution from both of the teams as we dive into the land of Dawn for game and match number 3, best of 1 for Group A.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, Falcon and as well as Incendio, it looks like that Khalid will have the execute, so a very aggressive Khalid I expect coming from that EXP lane. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, other than that, it's just 2 Purifies on the board for the side of Incendio Supremacy.
Yeah, right now I'm actually looking at the EXP as well, and Yellow Flash is trading a little bit aggressively here against the Kali. Has to be careful because, yeah, like you said, the execute is there. So if he catches him slipping, then he can die as fast as Flash.
Oh man, I like
sorry,
that.
So sorry.
Almost.
I'm so sorry. Like the execution, like
obviously, right? And you know, pick-off game here from the Khalid, right? Alien can definitely abduct Yellow Flash in that XP lane, but you can see right now the duel's happening just in towards the XP lane as Rose has been caught, has the wings by wings, good maneuverability to get out of that one. And in the early game, just like you mentioned, Alien's gonna have a better time.
You see here, Rose already popped that Purify as well. Gets stunned up, no follow-up damage just yet to take the first blood as Apex is always there just in time to give the heal.
Personally, here as an analyst, I kind of want to see how Apex plays with this Estes because in my head, when you have an Estes, you kind of want to force certain fights, especially you have a Khalid, you have a Farsa that kind of scales very, very well in the early stage of the game. So I want to see how they're going to control the side lanes and try to actually go for the turtle fights and maybe try to force out mistakes from Falcon.
Well, Yellow Flash the Vengeance still able to get out of the 2-man gank there from Rosa and TNZ. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, Ken almost find a kill onto Sunshine, jumps back in to pick up first blood. Falcon Esports strike first, but Yellow Flash is going to fall in that XP lane. Incendio trading really well with the turtle control too.
My God, whippling down, of course, TNZ will take that first turtle, no problem. Looks like Incendio, they will pick their battles. They will not go for another fight. But now they will manage their lanes better because now they will shift their focus towards the gold lane.
I have a question, right? In this current patch, LaFell, is it more worth to get the gold turret or the turtle?
Personally, for me, I kind of still feel like it's the turtle because the snowball effect of this game is actually very, very strong. So if you can get an extra shield and force it out, it's going to look great. Rosa gets a kill onto Naomi, and TNZ gets one onto Justin. And this is what I want to see. Pick up the pace. Try to put pressure onto Falcon.
Man, Incendio Supremacy here with a Blacklist Evo too. They're styling really good in the early stage of the game. And Ken, he's still not going to be able to actually look for more towards that gold lane just because there's no mid control. And Zipix, he might be caught here. No sprint, no battle spell. Incendio trying to sandwich him under the tier 1. TNZ jumping in onto Naomi as Apex 47 jumps in as well onto Zipix. Zipix using the ultimate right now, but Sunshine's gonna be able to dish out some damage with the Cold Ultra placed. That's their Appraiser's Wrath, and that's Zipix taken down. The killing spree for Rosa as he's absolutely massive here. Ken finally rotating towards that top lane. Sunshine gonna be targeted by Ken right now, but that's gonna be the damage coming through to pick Justin off. Time the blade popped in. Ken looking for more, dashing in, but it's still the sustainability from Incendio. Not going to be able to get anything on the board for Falcon, and it's Incendio again showing the team fight masterclass.
A great setup, but a sharp execution. Incendio Supremacy. What the heck? They managed to take down top lane, and looks like they will get that early snowball. What can they take advantage from this space that they have, LaFell?
Well, like we brought up earlier, right? Like in terms of draft, yeah, we gave it over to Falcon, but the way that you use the draft, like I said, I want to see how they use this Estes. Try to force out fights because Falcon, they need some time to scale up. And